So this is one of those videos that YouTubers tend to do, often for other YouTubers. I'm going to go over the numbers since I've started my channel. You might find that interesting just to see the dynamic aspect of this business and how much money I'm bringing in and what I'm blowing it on and how all that's working out. So if you're a photographer and you're thinking of doing a YouTube channel, or if you're a YouTuber and you want to know how you're comparing to other people, these are my numbers. So I'm going to jump right in. Now, for those who don't watch my channel, I'll give you a very quick summary. I do YouTube videos on black and white film photography. So it's photography, that's part of the niche. It's black and white, that's part of the niche. It's film and film related products like cameras that are film. So it's not the grandest niche of photography. It's pretty specific. Now my goal is to do one video a week, and I'm a little bit ahead of that, but some of them are the shorts, which I've done while I was traveling. And so the shorts, they're easier to knock off because they're only like a minute long. And these videos that I do, it generally takes me a day to do a video. Now, when you look at the video, you think, wow, you knocked that off in like 15 minutes, but it takes me a day. I guess I'm not that fast at it. Let me give you some of the actual numbers, and we'll kind of look at some charts, and we'll look at some figures. Maybe you'll find it interesting. I find it always fascinating to look at the numbers behind things because I have a business background. So the first thing we want to look at is where we started. Now, the channel is older than January 1st, but it was sitting idle. So I did have a few views that were from years ago, and then it sat dormant for quite a while. And then I kind of started to post things more ambitiously on January 1st, 2024. So if you look at the period from January 1st to the end of February. Now, February was a leap year, so 29 days, and I needed that last day because I finally hit the magic number of 1,000 subscribers. I hit that a little bit earlier, and 4,000 hours of watch time. So I started in January 1st. By the end of February, it was monetized, which means you get paid for your videos. Now, some people have told me that, wow, if you got monetized within the first year, that's fantastic. That's ahead of the curve. I have no experience with what other people are doing. But I started January 1st, and by the end of February, it was monetized, which means I can now start to generate some, not income, but yeah, you can generate some money from the viewers watching your YouTube channel. So February 29th was the magic day. So the first month that I could really, monetize it was March. And I did get a paycheck from March. So as you can see here, the estimated revenue for March was $163. I don't remember getting that much. I think I got the check was for $140. But in my first month of being monetized, I did get a check from YouTube. So, we're kind of off to the races. Now, YouTube pays once a month, only if it's over $100. And that'll become important in the next month. So the first month of being monetized, my revenue generation is $169. The other thing to notice in March was that my views were 41,000 and my view time was 4,000 hours, and I added 870 subscribers. So I've already over 1,000 subscribers by this point, and then I added another 870 during March. Now in April, I guess the videos weren't as good, or people didn't like them, or whatever, for whatever reason. So in April, I generated $66 in revenue. So $66, just remember, that's not $100, so you're not going to get the actual money during that month. But I added almost 250 subscribers, watch time of 1.4 thousand hours, and 16,000 views. So this is April. Again, not enough to get a check. And now comes May. So in May, I generated 21,000 views for my videos, watch time of 1.5 thousand hours. I added another 270 plus subscribers, and I had an estimated revenue of $73, almost 74, let's be generous. So Again, I didn't get paid in April, and between April and May, I should have enough to actually get paid out and caught up. So if you look at the monetized period, so that's basically March 1st to the end of May, my total revenue was $309. So that's total. I've already gotten paid some of it, but total is $309. So we can say that my revenue from my YouTube channel is $309 for the first 5 months, and I was monetized in 3 of those. So am I off to the races? Well, doesn't seem like a lot of money, but a lot of people say, well, the fact that you got monetized in the first year is fantastic. Well, you've already gotten 1 check. Well, that's fantastic too. So I guess it depends how you count your blessings. But anyways, these are just the actual numbers. We'll see if it's enough money. Now this final summary chart kind of shows you for the entire year since I started January 1st up to the end of May. The revenue hasn't changed, it's $309, but you know, it's 125,000 views. That's exciting, over 100,000 views. I mean, I should be able to go out for dinner on that. Watch time 10,000, almost 11,000 hours. That's exciting. And I've added 2,500 subscribers during that period. So all of those things are exciting and fun, and you know, glad to do it. So since I've started the channel, you know, we made $309. Fantastic. Now here's a funny number. Why did I actually start this channel? Well, I was wanting to buy this lens, the Leica 28mm f5.6, and there just were no good videos on it. I wanted to watch a good video on it. I wanted to see someone who had used it or talked about it, but all the reviewers were like, they're kind of like camera reviewers. They weren't really photographers. And when they reviewed it, they didn't buy it. They just borrowed it for like 2 days, or they had it over the weekend. I thought, well, I don't even believe what these people are saying. What do they know? They're not even really using it. So I was disappointed that I couldn't find out any accurate reviews or reports on this weird 28 f5.6 weird Leica lens. So that's why I started the channel. So I did do a video on the 28 5.6, and it's been somewhat successful. It's had over 1,600 views, and it has generated quite a bit of income. $2.98. Now this is a $3,000 or $4,000 lens, so the fact that I've already made almost $3 off of it is fantastic, and you know, we're working great on that. But just so you know, this was the reason I started the channel, was I thought there was a need, and that need has been fulfilled, and I've made $2.98 from that. Now the funny thing about all these great profits is it's not actually profit, it's revenue. Oh, revenue isn't profit, is it? Right. So what kind of expenses did I have? So here's some expenses from January to the end of May. Now these are inaccurate. So you can see there's Amplice Photo here. Amplice is Ilford. So I buy direct from Ilford. The Canadian distributor is Amplice. So that's one of my big ticket things. And what I'm buying is film and sometimes paper. So I do buy film and paper direct from Ilford. That's an expense. I mail out these postcards. I talked about that in one of my videos. There's a cost to mailing out the postcards. And I bought some film here and there from stores like the weird infrared films and things like that. So my actual expenses add up to $728.85. So I made $309.02 and my expenses are $728. So I'm only in the hole $419.83. So it's one of my better businesses actually, because I've only lost $400. So that's great. Now these numbers on the expenses aren't accurate because they don't include mileage. I went out shooting so I could do a video and I took some pictures. It doesn't include the mileage or any lunch that I bought or a coffee that I bought. This only includes what I would call hard goods. So I bought film, I bought paper, I bought chemistry. That's what's kind of represented here. Now, and they're still not accurate numbers because I still had some inventory of those products from last year. So I still had paper from last year that isn't represented here. I still had chemistry that I was using from last year because I bought a case of chemistry years ago and I'm still using that up. So these numbers are not accurate because they don't include things like mileage and I've got spillover inventory that I have from a previous year. Now, the other thing that this number doesn't include, and this is going to just wipe it all out. Well, can't wipe it all out. I'm already down $419, so I can't wipe it. Not going to get better. On one of the shoots, I was out shooting, and I'll do a video on the results of that shoot down the road. I've got the film process. I just have to make the prints. But out shooting, I dropped one of my camera bags. Catastrophic damage to a $5,000 camera. So it's in the shop. I don't even have the estimate yet. It could be $500 repair. It could be $2,500 repair. I don't know. Catastrophic damage to a camera that I was using out on one of these shoots. So besides that, I've lost $419. I've also damaged one of my cameras, which is in for service, and it is going to be expensive to fix. That I'm sure, but I haven't got the estimate yet, so I guess I could be hopeful. Maybe it'll only be 500 bucks, but it looked pretty bad. Anyways, now you know, I've got a YouTube channel. I basically am losing money constantly with my YouTube channel. And you could start a YouTube channel too, and you could also lose money constantly. And the upside is you could do it for longer and lose more money, or well, maybe you would make money eventually. And I think that's the goal if you're doing it for financial reasons, is to make money. I'm not actually doing this for financial reasons. I'm doing it for fun. And you don't want to look at the numbers too often, because it won't be as much fun if you know how much money you're losing. Anyways, I got some film in the process. I got a lot of prints to make, and I've got some videos, exciting videos that I want to work on, showing the results of these recent shoots. And I'll also show you the results of the shoot where I damaged my favorite camera. Just saying.